Welcome back. Let me check real quick that stuff is recording correctly this time, because last time I accidentally recorded a 0-second length episode. Alright. I could have finished up that map sometime soon in the straight. I'm tempted to, since I'd be motivated by Oceana talking about it. And we did just finish whatever other plot thing we were doing. Tablet. Never mind, whatever, who cares? Oh, that wasn't what I was trying to say, but okay. Oh, okay. Whoops. Ooh, here we go. Something that actually does stuff, it has mechanics. I'll need more pen. Better batteries sounds nice. Wow, you actually put useful stuff in the shop now. Thank you, I'm actually authentically interested in some of that stuff. Not all of it yet, necessarily. Here we go. I haven't hit the limits of my bags yet, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, so that just makes you waste less air when you're deep, I guess, is how that kind of sounds. So far I'm not shooting much stuff, so I'm not sure I'm convinced I want that, but... 3 feet closer to danger, it's kind of a weird way of putting that, but okay. I wasn't aware that the safe distance from dangerous animals was meters to start with. I guess aggressive ones won't aggro as quickly. You can get closer to them without them doing that, but something like a lionfish probably doesn't make a difference, because there the issue is not that you get close and they attack you, it's just that touching them by accident hurts you. Increases air, that sounds fantastic. I don't know why I want this. I'll go without that for now, but regulator absolutely. Battery not yet. Silencer, why not? The support tank, absolutely. Yeah, this I suspect I want at some point, I just don't see a use for it yet. Other things I'll probably wait until they actually sound useful for me to get them. Calm waves. So I guess I have to call her back to look at the... Whoops. Well, I will call. Decipher the tablet! Exclamation mark. Supposedly no one can, so fair enough. Some Japanese professor, I imagine? It's a very Japanese name. Someone visited my university. You can see I'm pretty well connected. I don't think it works like that, lady. But okay. It's actually not too far from here for what it's worth. I know nothing else. This game cannot make up its mind whether you press B or minus to do things. It's kind of weird. I guess in general, like, they try to not have B be a back button because you use it to walk or swim. Anyways. It would be nice to do a little bit of night diving, I think. For once in this game. Also, by the way, yeah, that's some nice looking water and sun and whatnot. As far as Wii games go, this game looks pretty darn good, in my opinion. Yeah, let's do a little bit of night diving. Let's see if we can fill out the rest of the map of the strait. I don't think there's a lot left to do there. I don't remember if there's more to do in Deep Hole or not. We definitely didn't go back in there after our first trip. Very briefly we did, but we didn't actually dive back into it, and it seemed implied that there was going to be more stuff in there. I actually don't have to walk all the way to the boat, I can just hit it from here. Oh, you want more stuff from the strait, not the atoll. Well, whatever. Overridden, overruled. Doing stuff here instead. Dog. Fantastic. If you... I'll acknowledge the task, but... and that means she's coming with me, whatever. I'm still yet to actually figure out what these things look like. This is midnight, by the way? Okay, not very midnight in my opinion, but... I'll actually start up here and then just go due south from here, I think. Or I could start at the Deep Hole entrance and go west and north. I think I'll start Deep Hole. I forgot that this place was the atoll and the other place was the strait, but whatever. I'll do the atoll first and then finish up the strait afterwards. Not necessarily immediately afterwards, but at some point afterwards. Hi. Is this a weird behaving wrasse in your opinion? Not in mine. East. It's also another not very weird behaving wrasse. Here we actually have a light on. It actually feels like it's, like, dark. A little bit. And presumably we'll have more, like, deep sea diving in this game like we did in the first game at some point. Look at you hiding back there, Mr. Grouper. That'll get us some real diving in real dark places. Huh. Having a hard time filling this part out, actually. And the game didn't fill it out automatically for us when we filled out stuff near the border, so... The game seems to be implying that you can actually fill this part out. More than we already have, which is strange, because I'm going as far as I can on the border and it's not really letting me. Huh. Strange. Yeah, like I'm right on the edge of where I'm allowed to go here. Yeah, so here I'm allowed to go. But only barely. I'm not sure how to fill out that part of the map, honestly. I do like the stillness when it's late at night. And also sometimes the kind of vertigo you get when you try to look down off a cliff and you just cannot see the bottom. Fair enough. This is also the type of place where you can get super disoriented really easily. I think the little depth meter is useful. Fair enough. And not just current, but like, you're just going out into the void at this point. That's not safe. I think it's correct that humans have a feeling, generally, that this is a scary thing to do. And then some of us have also played games like Subnautica, where there are other reasons not to do that. But okay. Oh, cue scary music. It's a rock! A scary rock. Nice music isn't as obnoxious as it was around the trench in the first game, where you got close to the trench and just immediately the music just went... just got crazy intense out of nowhere. Every time you happen to get a little bit too close to it. Tiny guy. Small for a day. I wonder how much dialogue there is like that you can just miss if you don't have someone with you to tell you about the stuff that you're looking at. I'm guessing I've seen you guys? No. Yeah, I figured it was a kind of clownfish. They're under an anemone here. Oh man, look at all these places to look. You I've seen, right? Okay. Yeah, we didn't know there was scary deep stuff right next to us in the atoll all this time. There we go, coins. Oh. Singular. Alright, it'll probably take more than one pass to go through here, to be honest. Go north one way and then south the other way. We could probably fill it out that way. Alright, so much for the cliff. So it seems implied that you can at least dive deeper on the cliff there at some point. There might be something interesting to see there, but not yet. The old trope of there being stuff to come back for later in one of the opening areas. And then the west side, you really can't do much actually on this map. Aside from the southwest part. Like I can't go any further west here. More singulars. Barely squeezing through here. We can go here though. Oh, look at you. Crab. Why is this game putting words in my mouth? And I wish I could go all the way out here, but the game's not very generous with how close it lets you get to shores and whatnot. So I'm not sure if I'm seeing any different fishes here than I normally would, due to it being nighttime or not. It doesn't sound like this game has an ocean of seasons like the first game did. I think the first game had seasons as a concept somehow. I don't entirely recall, admittedly. Let's see if we can finish up the last of this map. It's weird that I couldn't get the southern part here. Oh. Hi, we're at Dolphin Island. That means loud music. I was liking the stillness and quietness, thank you, but okay. Yeah, we'll see if the part gets filled out or not on its own. Normally the games seem pretty good about... Oh, hello, more crab. You know what? What do you like? What do you think about this? Boom. Amazing animation. Okay. That was a very short little jingle almost they played just now, actually. No, when it's nighttime specifically, I like the stillness and so on that you get with the quiet. Yeah, not seeing any different fish here so far. For it being night, and maybe the crabs only show up at night, I don't know. Or I just haven't happened to look at any of those zoom spots before now. Yeah, you guys are new. I also haven't necessarily been here before. What are you? All the sea slugs in this game glow. And get a temporary tattoo of it. Okay. This is the very last of this map to see here, I think. Hello. Rock skipper. No, we're playing the scary cliff music again. Alright. Well, supposedly we've filled out the whole map at this point then, at least in my opinion. We'll see if the west and south portions get filled in or not. At this point we don't really need the map anymore. We can probably just stick our heads up and fight the decompression sickness to try to locate the boat. There we go. Everything looks so much closer when you're above water instead of underwater. It always makes me think, man, we're some way away from the boat, but we can probably see it from here, right? I see the boat and it's like, oh, it feels like it's a few meters away, basically. Okay. It's like a much smaller deal. Part of it is just the visibility above water is so much better because the water's so murky. No strange acting groupers here, guys. Not groupers or asses, I mean. And again, can you check the underside of your boat in this game like you could in the first? You only could sometimes in the first one, not always. But I'm yet to see anything on the underside of this boat. That was just a really cool thing, I thought, in the first game, that your boat specifically could have stuff on it. Since it added a little bit of life to a thing that... I don't know how to describe it. It made the boat part of the underwater world, I guess is one way of putting it. Get back in the water to get back in the boat. But really, I thought that integration was kind of cool. It was always also just a little like, hey, I can check this thing. And maybe... Yeah, that filled in the south part, didn't it? I think the whole map's filled out now. But just also a funny little thing you could, you know, just check on each time and maybe something fun would happen. Maybe you'd find a thing. Is the aquarium a place we can dive, or is it just a place we go for story stuff? Or is it a place we can walk around? I don't think we'll get an answer to that today. I think that's what we'll do next time, if anything. I'm not sure if I really have a way of killing another 4.5 minutes properly from here, but maybe we'll all finish things up by going there, but not doing anything there. We'll see. You should probably, like, contact her before just traveling out there, but okay. Oh, is that really like a time has to pass sort of thing for you to just make passive income from the maps? I figured it would just be like, you complete another map and the game says, oh, by the way, since you last made this other map, and that would be kind of how it justified you getting increasing amounts of money for each successive map. It would suggest that in universe you're also getting extra money from the previous maps you've already completed, even though it would just, you know, only ever come in once you got new maps completed. But no, apparently not. It sounds like there's actually a time component to it. Or something like that. Where is this money of yours coming from? Like, that one's just reward and bonus. It's not like, hey, here are the actual dividends from us making these maps. Hooray! Getting a lot of money for stuff. I get a title for each one. I complete. Very nice. I need to remember I can. Boom. Fantastic. Okay. Is there anything fun we can do with duck? I'm not sure there is. Spare Diver is still good. It still might be my favorite one, to be perfectly honest. But it can be Turtle Duck. I kind of like Novice Duck. Mighty Duck is also kind of funny, but Turtle Duck. I like Novice Duck. That's good. Still so many of these. Oh, this game just calls itself chapters. Oh, we know how many chapters we have now. There's supposedly bonus chapters or something like that too. Huh. There's E, and then there's what seems to be chapter E, and then chapter EX somehow. These appear to be for... Okay, so these appear to be for calming certain numbers of enemies and so on. Like, up to 1,000? That's ridiculous. Getting some fractional treasures, stuff like that. Now you can barely make out the, like, percentages and whatnot in some of these. I guess this might be for buying all of a particular kind of thing. Befriend different things, I guess. And so on. Have money. Have 10,000, have 100,000, have 1,000,000, I guess. 2,000,000. Oh, it's a sunfish, it looks like. It's finding different interesting species. I get some kind of gift at 30. Who knows what that is? And so on. Danger, is that just for dying or something? I guess we'll find out. Or we actually very possibly won't, but I guess we'll find out whether we find out. Okay, anyways. I did manage to use up the rest of the couple of minutes of this episode, I guess. So, in that case, we will... There we go. We'll probably take a look at the journal again at some point, just to, you know, catch up on stuff that has been added that we haven't looked at, like the different locations or whatever else there's stuff to read about. But anyhow, for the time being, that'll be it for today. I'll see you all next time, where we probably, unless I just change my mind between now and a week from now, probably go to the aquarium next. See whatever there is to do there, if anything other than a cutscene? Who knows? Bye, everyone.